Hi there guys, hopefully you're all doing well. Welcome back to another video on my channel. Behind me we have the Punto again. I'm going to give you a little bit of an update on that because I have been beavering away on it this week, doing loads of work as the Punto is still in paint. Not the Punto, the Porsche is still in paint, so it's given me some free time to work on the Punto. So let's go over it and see where we're at with it. Just a reminder for you guys now, as it's been 2 years since I started restoring this car, how bad the underside of this car was. Basically the chassis had pretty much rusted through on the driver's side and there wasn't much left of the underside of this car at all. Remember when I first put the video out, I mean, how many of you guys said no, you're never going to be able to restore that, it's too far gone. I mean, that's the carpet I'm poking at from underneath there, and just look inside there, there's barely anything left structure wise on the car there at all. I mean, I just look at this bit here, you know, cutting all that out after it had been sandblasted, there was nothing left there at all. So I'm quite pleased I'm now at the stage I'm at after what was 8 days of welding this vehicle. Now don't forget, if you're new to the channel and you love no nonsense videos about cars, don't forget to hit that subscribe and the bell icon. Now this morning the screens have been fitted at the front and the rear, so we now have almost a watertight car. This door has all been rebuilt, but unfortunately I have done a little bit of a chip down there when fitting the lock, so I haven't fitted the door card because it's all going to have to come off again. But the interior is where the biggest change is. As you can see, we now have a dashboard, a steering wheel, and the center console is all placed in there because I want to remove some of it, and I've got to change the bulbs in the console there when they arrive. And the rear, again, that's just all done but all messy at the minute. Door card is all fitted and complete on that side. I've tested the window will go up and down, but I'm almost at the stage now where I want to get the electrics working in the dashboard so I can at least put a battery on it and test everything on the inside, make sure it works, as being as the dashboard's all freshly in. Now there is one connector which I have left undone. Purely by accident I have left this little bleeder undone here. I'm pretty sure it's going to go to the back of the controls here to light them up, so when I get the bulbs it should hopefully stick out by half a mile. That's where it goes. And here we have the guys from Chase Windscreens fitting the screens and the spoiler for me, so if you need any window needs for your vehicle, give them a call because they are good guys. And the rear screen is also fitted along with the spoiler, so that's got the tape on it because it is still drying. So we're all sort of watertight apart from these rear windows. And the reason I haven't fitted those yet is because I need to fit the black surrounds around the window. And with the temperature how cold it is still at the minute, being the middle of April, I don't want to quite fit them just yet because it's a little bit too cold to fit them and it's a little bit difficult to stretch the material. I have done the one on this side, but I'm not entirely happy with it. There's a little bit of a kink in it here, a little kink down there, and it just doesn't fit quite as smooth that side. So I am going to replace that one. So onto the interiors now. I've got two interiors. These are the seats from the donor car. That is the seat which I originally fitted, but I was unhappy with all of that there. But the seat on this one is loads better. There's just a little pull here and a little tiny pull there. I can cut that off and make that look fine. Obviously it needs a good clean, so I'm going to have to purchase one of those sort of handheld vax machines at about 100 quid, so I'm going to give that a go. And these are the seats from the car. This is the driver's one. That bolster's a little bit shabby and there's a couple of little pulls on it. The passenger seat is actually in really good condition. There's nothing really wrong with that. There's one little pull down there and it is disgustingly dirty. But the donor seats seem to be much better. Even though this car had done more miles, the actual seats seem in much better condition. This is the driver's side on this side. And as you can see, the bolster is in much better condition. They are absolutely filthy, so the main thing to do is to get them cleaned. And one other thing I've done off the original seats is I've taken the mounts off the bottom. Let's go and show you in the booth. It's all a bit dark in here, unfortunately. There's quite a bit of rust all around these. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sandblast these and then take them to a company around the corner and get them powder coated. And once that's done, then the seats can go in and everything else can be buttoned up on the interior. Now, unfortunately, funds for the engine rebuild have had to be spent on the Porsche, so this is actually going to be put on the back burner for a little bit once everything's back together, so I can hopefully get the Porsche finished before we get the engine rebuilt in that one. Now, underneath here is the part I'm not particularly looking forward to doing, because this wiring loom looks like a right maze, and it's going to be a little bit of a challenge to get everything back where it should be. But once I've put everything in order, I can put the battery tray on. But once I can sort out all that wiring loom and put it roughly in the right place where it needs to be, I can then put the battery tray on temporarily and put a battery on it and then test all the interior, make sure all the windows work, make sure all the switches work, ignition works. And another dilemma I'm thinking about is I've got two speedos, one from at the donor car and the original one. That's actually done about 83,000 miles, I think, something like that. But I'm thinking, as it's brand new, it's going to be brand new, the whole body's pretty much brand new metal, and the engine's going to be fully rebuilt to be like new. Should I reset the speedo to 0? Because they're quite easy to clock on these cars. Not that I've ever done one, but the old types of speedos are really easy to mess around with. So I'm thinking, shall I put the donor car speedo back to 0 so I can have effectively a brand new car, and it'll also sort of say how many miles it's done since it's been restored. Don't know what to do about that, so what do you guys think about that? Please comment below. And I think that's about all I can tell you on the Punto at the minute. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, share and subscribe and hit that bell icon for me. And I shall see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.